Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode here on My Line Purpose Podcast. I'm your host, Nicole Crone. Today, we are diving into some real talk, a little bit of tough love for you, our listeners, because I do love you. And also because time is running out in 2024. There is literally no time left for excuses. And I do hear some of you making some really fascinating excuses for yourself about why you can't grow your business, about why this isn't the year for you, about why you're going to stay in the monotonous routine that you've found yourself in for the last few years, even decades. If you have those excuses and they are not working for you, it is time to put them down. If you are serious about building your business in 2025, you could make that decision today, right from listening to this episode. You could decide that today is the day you're deciding that 2025 is your year. So I want to get right into it. I want to tell you the fastest way that I can tell if somebody values their time or not within 5 minutes of talking to somebody. Not even in 5 minutes. It really doesn't take that long to get to the answer to this question. And the way that I know if somebody values their time or not is really simple. They don't waste it. People who value their time do not waste their time. They don't waste their time on things that hold them back, things that slow them down, things that aren't in their zone of genius, things that don't light them up, things that don't energize them. They do not waste their time on that. I do not waste my time on the things that are not going to move me forward. And this has built up over the years. I started by getting a house cleaner. I didn't want to be spending my days off deep cleaning my house or my hours off deep cleaning my house. So I bought back some of my time because it is valuable to me by hiring house cleaners. You might do this with meal prep. You might do this with fitness trainers so they accelerate your progress. You might do this with business coaching so that you're not in the weeds, in a silo on your own, trying to figure it all out. So when I'm talking to women about potentially joining us in Align CEO Method or working with us in some capacity, I want to know right away, do they value their time? I want to know, do you waste your time? Are you a procrastinator? Are you somebody who hesitates? Are you somebody who can't make a decision? If that is you, then this episode is for you, because I need you to start to realize today that time is the most valuable thing that you have. You can always make more money, but we cannot get more time. Time is something that we all have equal amount of. We don't all have equal amount of money, but we all have equal amount of time. It's how you're using that time, or in this case, maybe how you're wasting that time, that is going to change the game for you as you wrap up this year and as you move forward 2025, 2026, and well, really for the rest of your life. So first things first, I want everybody to jot down this question. If you've got a notebook nearby, if you're driving, maybe come back to this. I want you to ask yourself, am I valuing my time? First question. If the answer is yes, how do you know that? And if the answer is no, how do you know that? What proof is there for you to show that you do or do not value your time at this current stage of your life? What data, what is there to show you that you do value your time or that you don't value your time? So I want to talk about 3 ways that you could start to increase your value of your time today. The first thing is that I know when you get clear on your priorities, everything will start to change. Now, if I had to tally up every single coaching call that we've ever had with somebody and ask them what they would like to get out of this call and the amount of people that have said clarity, getting clear on something, I would say that's in the 95th percentile. 95% of people are looking for clarity. So if you too are also looking to get clarity on your priorities, you can simply start by creating a little map for yourself about what's important and what's not important right now. What's important in your health right now, your wealth, your love life, your relationships, your family. Think of all the major categories for you, money, business, and I want you to write down what's important to you in those areas and what's not important. And I want you to start to truly find a way to cross the line through the things that aren't important. Like if you're doing them, living them, experiencing them, being them, how can you start to put a red line through that and say, this is not prioritizing my time. This is not prioritizing what I value. This doesn't need to be done by me. And I want you to start to truly get clear on what it is that you are prioritizing right now. Now, we want you prioritizing time and every single thing that's going to be in your little categories, whether it's people, places, experiences, things like health, wealth, love, relationships, all of those things are going to use your time. If you're going on a date with your spouse, that's time. If you're picking your kids up from school, that's time. If you're going to the gym to work on your body, that's time. Do you see how time actually weaves through every system of our life? Not necessarily money, but time. We want you to get more of your time back. And the surefire way that we know how to do this, and it's also the surefire way that we know how to earn more money, is by building your own business. When you are in charge of your schedule, when you get to create when your workday starts, when your workday stops, when you work from home and in your comfy clothes and in your chair on a random afternoon, when you get to hit record, when you get to meet up with this person, when you get to launch something, that is going to feel so much more empowering than like, oh no, it's 6 o'clock, gotta rush out of bed, gotta feed the kids, gotta get them to school, gotta get myself ready, gotta make sure my lunch is packed, drive there, do the thing, work for somebody else, earn that paycheck, come home, rush, repeat, do it all over again. And you're in this monotonous slog that does not feel good. The only way out of that is to believe that there's a way out of that. And a way to believe that there's a way out of that is to look for proof of other people who've gotten out of those situations that were not valuing their time. And I'm a great example. I used to be Miss Hustle. That was a badge that I wore proudly about a decade ago, from going from this job to that job to the next job, and thinking that the more hours I worked meant the more money I earned. And that is simply not true. I earn way more money than I've ever earned in my entire life, working way less. And I'm so much more happier. And because I'm happier and I have my time back and I get to live my life and do the things that I actually care about, my magnet is on. So that makes business easier and more fun and more enjoyable. So you're going to come back to the drawing board. You're going to take all the categories of your life. You're going to map out what's important, what's not important, what's eating up your time, and start to cross those things out. Now, the second thing is going to feel hard, but I want you to start to do some no's. I want you to start to say no more often. I want you to say no to people, places, experiences, things, opportunities that are not lighting you up. I want you to say no to working with the clients that are not energizing. I want you to say no to putting your thing for sale if you don't feel like you need to put it for sale. I want you to say no to the extracurricular activities or the volunteering or all the extra things that you think you should be doing because it will make you a good person or look good on your resume, but it's actually draining you of your essence. The little glimmer of hope here that I want to provide for all of you that I know on the other side is that every single time I've said no to something that is unaligned, I'm always saying yes to something that is more aligned. I have a belief that when one door closes, 1, 2, 3, 4 better doors open. When I say no to something that is a full body no, I turn the corner and the full body yes opportunity is there for me. These are all belief systems that you get to build in. This is what we do inside of Aligned CEO Method. People think that building a business is like all strategy, all systems, tech, funnel, launching, all the things. And I'm telling you, it is so much about the stories that you're telling yourself. It is so much about your mindset. I can tell, I've been having CEO strategy calls with people. I can tell within 5 minutes the belief system that somebody has. I can tell when they say, oh, that's too expensive. That's so much money. I'm like, oh, that's an interesting story that you're telling yourself about the value of this thing. Right? Like everything is mindset. And if you're looking for support on that, if you want to envision all of the things that you could do when you get your time back, like going out for a late afternoon stroll or lay by the beach or casually read that book that you've been wanting to read, if you envision going to your kids' sports that you don't ever get to go to, or you envision booking a plane ticket in the middle of the month, all of those things are possible when you are in charge of your time, your decisions, and your money. And that's what we help people do by building their own businesses. The surefire way to get back more of your time is to create it by managing it. The last thing to support you in this brief little episode today, I think, is the conversation around investing in yourself. Really, really believing that taking the time to invest in you will actually pay off. Having a belief system that when you invest in yourself, it will pay off. Because what I know, again, from experience and from all of the amazing women we get to work with, is that successful women do not sit around waiting for success to happen to them. They don't. That's so ick. It's so unattractive to me. If you want to sit around and wait for success to just show up at your door, we're not aligned. That's not the type of woman that I like to work with. I like to work with the woman who is open to miracles happening, is ready to put her feet on the ground and go running, who is working towards being her most confident self, who has an open, expansive mind, who prioritizes her time, that invests in herself, and knows that anything that she wants in her life is possible, and she's got to be willing to put in some action and some risk to make it happen. Yeah? Like, we don't just sit around and wait for everything to fall into our laps. That's not how it works. And I'm a huge believer of manifestation. Look, I've got my little master attractor wand sweater on. Like, I'm a master attractor is what it says on the back. That is my life's mantra. I am a master attractor. And I'm smart enough to know that in order to attract what it is that I desire, putting some action first is going to accelerate that process. So I want you to think about, in terms of valuing your time, I want you to think about investing in the things that will grow you. Investing in the things that will grow you. If if you have access to only a certain amount of money, and you're spending that money on things that will not grow you, you're like, maybe I'll buy another fancy outfit and never wear it and I'll hang in my closet. Maybe I will rack up my credit card with materialistic purchases that I actually can't afford because it will make me feel better in the moment. What happens if you actually just invest in yourself? What if you took that credit card and put a down payment on getting coaching, getting mentorship? What if you actually said, I'm going to invest in the things that are going to move me forward, not either keep me still or even hold me back? Like, what if? Have you thought about that? I want you to think about, what are the things that you've invested in your life that have grown you? For some of you, it might be a university or college degree. It might be some sort of certification or training in something. It might be coaching and mentorship. It might be a treadmill. It might be an Apple Watch. It might be this book. It might be a water filter system. Like, there's things that we invest in, or that we can invest in, that we feel like, oh, this is really making a difference in my life. I'm so happy that I did this. And for those of you that are really empowered in your purchasing decisions, and you feel like everything that you purchase comes from a place of, I know that this is for my highest and best interest, this makes me feel better, I love that for you. You are in such a grounded, steady place with your decision making and with your finances. For the woman who is listening and you feel like, why do I keep spending my money on that thing? Or why do I keep running out of money? Or why are my credit cards always maxed? Or why do I keep investing in the wrong thing? It's because you're not taking time to think about what you actually prioritize. What's important to you? What is going to move you forward? Think about that. Invest in the things that will grow you. Honestly, the clock's ticking. I'm just going to be real here. The clock is ticking. We're getting close to 2025. I know a lot of people like to start the new year off like, new year, new me. We like to say new year aligned you. That's our workbook that we do every year. Keep your eye open for that as we approach December. But what we also know is that the reason that most people come join us in our year-long program at the end of a calendar year is because they want to get started fresh in January in that calendar year and feel like, okay, this is my year, like claiming the calendar year, January to December. So if that is you, if you are looking to move through 2025 with support, with accountability, with community, with a hybrid one-to-one coaching and having group coaching with masterminding, if you are looking to take your business to the next level, if you're looking to earn more income, if you are looking to get simple systems in place in your business, if you are looking to be connected to the right people in the network, if you're looking to be connected to the right people and expand your network, if you are looking to become an absolute, if you are looking to master your mind, then Align CEO Method 2025 is for you. It's for you. It's available for you. We're here to support you to knock down all the limiting beliefs you have. If you're like, oh, investing in myself at like $500 to $1,000 a month, like that seems outrageous. I can tell you right now that you have a belief that you think you're not going to be successful, because why would we ever encourage you to grow a business that only makes you $1,000 a month, right? You want to have the belief built into your brain that you're investing in your business growth and your business gets to make you money. and that investing in coaching supports you to have the tools and the accountability and the network and the coaching to get you there. So at the end of the day, you get to decide, is it going to be another year of wishful thinking? Next year's my year. I should have done this long ago. All the excuses that you've been telling yourself. Or are you going to look back and say, I'm so fucking happy. I finally made the decision to do this, to build out my business, to make this happen. 2025 is my year. I'm learning to prioritize my time and to value my time as the first thing to be valued. Time with yourself, time with your loved ones, time for your health, time to build your wealth. Time is elite. There is nothing more valuable than time. So come learn how to squeeze every little ounce of life out of every little minute that you get so that you're not wasting it. You have this one precious life. Stop wasting it. Stop with the excuses. I'm sure for a lot of you, you're so sick of your own story by now. Stop telling yourself that story. Come on, let us help you create a new one. It's that simple. You start to create new stories about your life and who you are and your identity and the people that you get to work with and how much you get paid and the places you get to travel. It's all storytelling. It's all happening up here. So if you want that help, you know where to find us. The doors are open. You sign up for Align CEO Method now in 2024. You get the rest of the year as a bonus. And then you officially kick off with a cohort in January for 2025. You're going to get all the bonuses. You're going to get a ticket to our event in April at the Oak Bay Beach Hotel. You're going to get invited to our visioning evening where we craft your word of the year and a very special curated gift just for you. You're going to get access to all of our bonuses, everything that we've ever created by MyLine Purpose, and so many incredible surprises and delights because that's what Kayla and I are all about. You can get started with a deposit today. And then your monthly payments won't start until January. You'll have 12 monthly payments. And as one of our clients loves to say, her monthly payment to MyLine Purpose is her favorite payment of the month because she's so happy that she took the leap and joined us. So go be like that client and make it your favorite payment of the month too. Okay, we'll see you on the inside. You just have to DM us or right in the show notes at the very top, you'll see a link. It says apply to Align CEO Method 2025 and we'll reach out and touch base with you. Is the one thing you actually miss from your stuffy corporate job the Christmas party, where you get to have your favorite festive cocktail, let loose, and finally put the shop talk down for a hot second? If so, then you need to come to our entrepreneurial Christmas party. This is your first non-staff Christmas party where you're going to bust out your sparkliest holiday outfit. We're going to have so much fun. You can bring your biz bestie or be brave and come make a new one. Kayla and myself are going to be hosting our famous Word of the Year celebration, which is so much more than just one word. This is going to allow you to envision who you are becoming in 2025 and beyond. The best part is our fun gift exchange that you don't even have to plan. Just bring that one thing you love but never use from your house and that you don't want anymore. Wrap it up and get ready for the best Secret Santa ever. The Entrepreneurial Christmas Party, hosted by MyLine Purpose, is being held at Club Quench on Store Street in Victoria. The doors open at 6:30 and arrive early so that you can hang your jacket, grab a drink, and find your friends. And then we'll officially kick the party off at 7 p.m. The event will wrap up at 8:30 and all proceeds from the Entrepreneurial Christmas Party will be donated to Bridges for Women. The link to purchase your ticket can be found in the show notes or over on our link in bio on Instagram.